Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 2/4. I'm Mysterious JG. If it was 4-2, it would be a now. I know. Well, I've already made the joke that 4-2 really kind of exists in the form of Final Fantasy 4 the after years, but that's not what we're playing today. We are exploring various treasure chests that have monsters in them. Yeah, actually, Dino Zombie plus, like, Witchy Lady is not particularly impressive. Oh, Red Fangs. Not even fancy, and it's just Red Fang. No monsters. Red Fang is just a usable item that does fire damage. This was pretty unimpressive treasure chest for this stage of the game. We've still got flight on, so what is going on over here? Because I do keep thinking there's a, just can't be bothered. Definitely some treasure chests we haven't got yet. Fuma Shuriken. Giant Warrior and Silver Dragon. The unlikely combo. They're one of those, like, you know, hastily thrown together tag teams of, like, two singles wrestlers. Artemis Arrow? What are you doing? She's got intellect plus 15. So they're both using items that improve their magic stat at the expense of attack. Which is probably what we actually want. Cottage, that's never not useful. I don't know if float mattered here, but I was pretty sure I recalled this being a thing you needed at some point. Oh, interesting. For a second, I thought this was actual progress to get to the level. Golden Apple, which is maximum HP plus 100, and I'm going to go ahead and give that to Rydia just because Rosa is pretty far ahead of her in hit points. That is normally something you want to give to Rosa since she's your white mage. Yeah, sometimes the treasure chests that contain monsters don't have particularly exciting monsters for the area, and sometimes they do. Let's see if this one does. Behemoth. Yeah, it's always pretty exciting, huh? So... this guy's always responding to physical with, or maybe it always responds... maybe it responds to any attack with that, but... probably overdoing it here, but this would be the safe way to do this would just be blinking all the time. Physical doesn't do that much good against it anyway. And Protect doesn't seem to do that much against it, that much either, honestly. Felt like it was doing pretty good damage with, even when I had Protect applied. It would be nice if we could get Mirage going on characters other than Edge. Because even if that was the only frickin' spell he had, that's pretty useful. So I think that was the smart way to do that fight, but it did feel like it took a lot of MP. Oh, Protect Ring, there we go. That's a good one. We'll give that to Rydia. Crystal gloves, Genji gloves. Everybody's got pretty high gear in that slot now. We got 19 tents. I think we can afford to use a tent. We can even throw down a manual save. Now I'm not sure. Maybe this is the real progress, and I have to go the other way to get treasure. I'm waving. Man, it's so far back. This is before the like we just saved over, saving over slots now before the last time Kane betrayed us. Let's give somebody else to Edge be our leader for a while. Those damned by Zemus shall never bear this sword. Dark Bomb it. Okay, Mega Flare seems like a good starter attack. Ow. Okay, a bunch of us are already dead. Hopefully it doesn't do that every turn. Oh, of course you're going to do some fancy reflect stuff and start... Alright, well this means that we either just physically attack it or I gotta reflect on one of us. It's attacking pretty fast. Alright, let's get reflect going on Rosa. And let's get these items to revive some people. And that was stupid, but I forgot that I was curing it. But we haven't damaged Dark Bomb yet, so it doesn't really matter. Man, this one's actually pretty hard. Okay. You're gonna die. Let's get everybody healed up. What did I just do with that turn? Oh, it was Rosa's and it skipped right away. So again, we're curing it, but it doesn't matter because we hadn't done anything to it yet anyway. Keep Rosa up with items. Get a full heal going on Rydia. So what I really want to do is get, hold on, we need to get freaking slow put on this thing, because it's hitting us a lot. Do we even have, slow? Who has slow? Maybe that's actually a black magic spell. No. Of course it keeps hitting her. Because we need to start casting... We need to start reflecting some nasty magic on Rosa here, probably. Its damage isn't amazing. Or rather, its defense isn't amazing. I'm doing a terrible job in this fight so far. This is it with slow, by the way. I'm not sure if slow even is doing anything. Alright, keeping an eye on hit points. Rosa probably needs some more potions. Hopefully this thing can actually be... Prayer unanswered. Yeah, that was a stupid use of return, probably. It would be nice if Drain works on this guy, because Rydia's not in great hit points shape. Haste going on Rydia. Oh, it reflected back. And she gave herself hit points. Okay, that's stupid. I didn't know Drain was reflectable. Let's hope we don't lose Rydia here. We just gave her fancy haste spell. I think the path of wisdom next might be to heal everybody and just accept the fact that some of it will go on Dark Bahamut. Oh, it's healing itself too. I guess that's a good sign. It probably means it's in trouble. Okay, just checking that Rosa still had Reflect. Zerfall making fun of me, pointing out that you can tell on the menus in this game. Because it recast Reflect on itself, which means it must have realized its Reflect wore off at some point. I think we have this in hand, although it's certainly using a lot of resources in this fight. But there was a... Uh-oh. See, that's why you pay attention. The Quake isn't reflectable. Maybe Quake would work, in which case it's been silly for me to set all this up. But yeah, there was a save point before. I think this is probably meant to be a harder boss than a lot of generic bosses are. Yeah, we could have been using Quake this whole time without needing to... Quake doesn't do as much as Flare, but that would have been a thing that we could have just done without needing to... get fancy. But yeah, that was... It didn't have a boss death animation with the slow... But it was pretty rough. Obtained Ragnarok. That's about right. That's Cecil's ultimate weapon. And considering that... if it was like another katana for Edge, I would have been like, game? Seriously? This gives us... protective power. But Ragnarok... Ooh, that ups our attack a lot. Holy sword feared by monster that was once sealed. I guess I missed Excalibur at some point, which... Yeah, I guess I never equipped Excalibur, which was a lot better at attack power than Defender. Cecil had felt really underpowered. I guess nobody in the comment... Well, I guess I'm a few videos ahead. Nobody in the comments pointed out that I never equipped Excalibur. Doop. Derp-a-derp. Well, and we continue to float about the place. Yeah, burned through a few high potions, and I hadn't really bought high potions in a while. But if we got people, we'll have X potions, only 4 X potions. Maybe should have spent some money on those. But I do feel like we You know, I got cottages. I could be using cottages. But we're not exactly sitting on great... Yeah, I probably should have used a cottage. There'll be future opportunities. Of course, we could still use one now, as a matter of fact. But no, we didn't really stack up like a huge... I remember, you know, using Final Fantasy X-2 Alchemist and just throwing Mega Elixirs around like candy. Because they're a free resource once you get the right skills and stuff. Never got to a point where we've got lots of like home run, save your party from destruction type power in this game. But there's at least 3 more treasure chests that are like on pedestals with fancy bosses guarding them, if I'm remembering correctly, because we don't have Kane's ultimate weapon. I think there's another katana for Edge, and I feel like there's a treasure chest with ribbons in it. Oh, that's right, we never came this way. I was like, I knew that. It's like, no, there's no great puzzle to solve here that we're missing. I'm just trying to figure out where we're meant to go, and it's this way. Little murderer. 12,000 hit points, vulnerable to lightning. Thought I remembered this guy being called Trickster. But he's a fun enemy. He's just scanning himself every turn. Detected by enemy. Oh, Edge. It's got lots of hit points. But weirdly, all it does is scan itself and try to get you to attack it with lightning. So you can sit here forever, like, praying until you're healed, and... It actually does give up MP, like nothing else in the game does anymore. So we're just going to defeat this one without attacking it with lightning. I don't think it's that bad. Like, there is... The fact that it's called Trickster makes this very apparent in the English translation from back in the day, but... It is, in fact, a trick, and you do not want to attack it with lightning. Bad stuff happens. That was used to great effect in, I want to say, Final Fantasy XII. But I'll throw down a quick save so that... I don't remember how bad it is if you attack it with lightning, but I want to show it off at least once. I don't remember what the Dark Sages do, but at least in theory, they gotta be more dangerous than Selene Guardians, which are just the most generic melee enemies imaginable at this stage. That's right, for some reason they don't care about, oh, embraces, That's weird. So they heal you and then turn you to stone. And they can retreat. And the guys who are turned to stone do get experience. And you get a Minerva bustier. And they remain stone. Interesting. Alright, well. Pretty sure Asuna deals with that. It's weird that it heals them. The Minerva, it's a Minerva Buster or a Minerva Bustier? Yeah, it's Minerva. So basically, this is like a big fancy Wonder Woman bra. It's really good for your stats, particularly physical defense, I think we'd care about more than anything else. Paralysis resistance close. I'm going to give it to... Rydia, not because I have, like, fantasy preference about which one should be wearing, like, a push-up bra, but we have given a ribbon to Rosa, which means she's already resistant to, like, all status. So I think we're getting another ribbon later, and I'll give one of them probably to Rydia. But for now, it makes more sense for her to have something that gives her a little bit of... Also, the light robe, like, there might be a... We've got a white robe, we've got black garb, but there might be a black robe that I'm missing or that we're going to get later that is, like, meant for Rydia. But for right now, Rydia is just using relatively high-tier magic defense gear and not, like, ultimate gear for her class or whatever. I don't know why I came over here. Well, wasn't that just after saying that we've got all these cottages and we might as well be using them? Gotta make sure I find a little murderer before this is all said and done now. And it's time for Kane to be our party leader for a while. Not interested, Gold Dragon. This looks like it's probably the Masamune. Oh no, the Holy Lands. The coveter of the Holy Lands shall perish. And this fight I remember. Because it tries to cast Doom on everybody. And it worked on everybody, including... So you either got to kill it super fast, or we got to change the speed so everyone doesn't die all on the same turn. Because, yeah, I cast Flare specifically so that you'll die faster and have fewer turns. Ah, but it recasts Haste. So I guess there's no actual good in that. Never mind. That was super easy. I do remember, like, if you can't kill it really quickly, you're supposed to use tactics like kill one of your weaker party members and revive them. So and it'll doom it again, but they won't be on the same... The way it wins is if you all die on the same turn from Doom taking effect. And casting slow on people wasn't doing it, so I could have just, like, killed Rydia. But the other thing is just kill it really fast. So Gargnir, the legendary spear favored by the gods, is not as powerful as Holy Lance, which is sacred power, and occasionally casts Holy when used in battle. Which is pretty cool when it works. And I think that's like... It attacks and then Holy comes off as an attack after, as opposed to... it attacks... Or you use it as an item and then... Oh, here's those two ribbons, probably. By sacred force, we should protect the ribbons. Lunosaurs. I would imagine these guys are... Ah, darn you. It did pretty poorly against, Yeah, they just cast and reflect a lot. Does Dispel... Oh, here we go. It's gonna be one of these fights, eh? Alright. They just love to gimmick it up with, The reflect gimmick gets really old after a while in this game, if you ask me. And you didn't, but you could have. It really doesn't like the holy power of Ragnarok. Maybe it's not holy. Maybe it was something else that was causing it all the consternation. Gotten a little better at dealing with all this reflect gimmickry. You kind of need to do that to win at this game. Alright, I'll just keep playing these silly reflect games. Do we have a third guy who had reflect on them there? Flame on. No edge. You're just not that good in this game, are you? No, it was sap that I was seeing on Rydia because you got it with bio. But anyway, we got the 2 ribbons. She's already got a ribbon. Crystal Helm, Genji Helm, Dragon Helm. Let's give a ribbon to Rydia, and let's give a ribbon to Edge. Because he's fast. Would it be better to give it to Cecil? Probably. But I've got this idea in my head now that if I only had some freaking items, and I don't, but if I did have items, I should be using Edge as, you know, I get turns fairly frequently item guy. Don't see us getting through, like, being short of cottages. We've got a dozen cottages. Don't see us burning through all of them. If so, then shame on me, I guess. Either there's a treasure chest left to go in one of these fancy places, or I missed one, because I'm pretty sure Edge is supposed to get the Murasame and the Masamune in this dungeon, but everything else seems to have been collected. So let's keep an eye out for more treasure chests, and if I missed it, maybe I'll take a look in a guide or something. Otherwise, when we come back next time, we're going to delve into... Don't think we're winning the game in the next video, but we're getting very close, guys, because there's a second section with, like, a different tile set music for the Lunar Subterrane, but it's really just... There's less mazery and puzzle solving. It's more like just a long, winding road to the last boss battle. And I have a feeling we'll be getting towards that final road next time. Thanks for watching.